And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Junior Science Quiz competition. It's now come down to this. This is the final round in the semi-final round of competition. There were 10 schools in the beginning, and now we're down to the final 2 schools to find out which of these 2 schools will earn that remaining place in the finals of the Science Quiz, the 2026 Science Quiz competition. Because let me just remind you that last week, the St. Joseph's Academy, by a slight margin, 10 points, managed to edge their way into the finals of the competition in a very closely contested match against the Seventh-day Adventist school. So the St. Joseph's Academy has earned the first of our 2 places in the finals of the competition. So tonight, we will find out which of these 2 schools will face the St. Joseph's Academy in the finals. Will it be the Antigua Grammar School to my right, or the Clare Secondary to my left? And I'm sure we're going to have an equally contested match tonight. And so I'm going to now introduce you to the boys, no strangers to Science Quiz, from the Antigua Grammar School, starting with team captain, Mr. Alexander Simon.
Good evening.
Then we have Mr. Jaden Baptiste.
Good evening.
And Mr. Odari Hodge.
Good evening.
And again, no stranger to the Science Quiz. We have team captain from the Clare Secondary, Miss Nashe Carter.
Good evening.
We have Hanika White.
Good evening.
And Esther Sandy.
Good evening.
Let me give you a brief recap of how the schools got here. Grammar School managed to edge out in the first round of competition, both the Antigua Girls High School and the Pierce Secondary to earn the top spot in the first round of competition in their match. They then faced again the Antigua Girls High School, the sister school, in a very closely contested match, and they indeed were victorious in that match to earn themselves a place tonight in the semi-final round. And the Clare Secondary, they placed second in the first round, narrowly being edged out by the Princess Margaret Secondary, but nonetheless were allowed to come back as one of the top 2 schools, where they faced the wildcard toss-up school, the All Saints Secondary School, in the second round of competition, and they then beat the All Saints Secondary School in that round, and they are now here tonight in the semi-final round of competition. So, one of these 2 schools, there can only be one, I'm afraid there'll be no ties tonight, so one of you will advance to the finals of the competition. Who will it be? We'll find out after I introduce my judges. So, from the Antigua Grammar School, we have Mr. Elton Isaac. We have, give him a round of applause, yes. And I want my audience to be lively and give the schools a round of applause because they've worked hard to get here, and please make them feel welcomed. All right? We have Miss Grace Joseph from the Clare Secondary. And my neutral judge is Miss Oriel Hunt, Mrs. Oriel Hunt tonight. All right, so without and of course, how can I be so careless? And as each and every week we have one of the hardest working people in the room, my timekeeper, Miss Aisha Lynch. And so without any further ado, we're going to get right into the first round of competition. This is what we call our individual buzzer round. In this round, the schools will pair off in groups of 2, and each pair will receive 2 questions each. The first person to buzz in the correct answer will earn their team 5 points. If the answer is incorrect, it goes over to the other team to steal for 5 points. If you buzz in before I finish the question, I will not complete the question. You have 10 seconds in which to answer your questions. So I'm going to start, as always, inwards and move out. So my first pair is going to be Jaden Baptiste versus Esther Sandy. Here is your first question to this pair. In which part of the body is the sclera found? Grammar School.
The eye.
The eye is correct for 5 points.
God,
Which element has the electronic configuration 28? Grammar school again.
Neon.
Neon is correct for 5 points. We now move on to the team captains. Team captains, that is Nashe Carter from the Clare Hall Secondary and Mr. Alexander Simon from the Antigua Grammar School. Here is your first question. What part of the body does a podiatrist specialize in? That is Clare Hall.
The foot.
The foot is correct for 5 points. And this is your last question. What quantity is being measured if the instrument being used is a burette? Grammar school.
Volume.
Volume is correct for 5 points. Let us move on to the last pair and the last 2 questions in this round. This will go to Hanika White of the Clare Hall Secondary and Mr. Odari Hodge of the Antigua Grammar School. Here is your first question. Which process involves the movement of perfume particles in air?
Diffusion.
Diffusion is correct to the Antigua Grammar School for 5 points. And finally, on the radio, what does the abbreviation FM? Grammar School. That is time. It goes over to the Clare Hall Secondary for a chance to steal. And that is also time. It seems like that question stumps the team. Is one on the radio. What does the abbreviation FM mean? It stands for frequency modulation, because you can turn the dial for modulate the frequency. So that is the end of the first round of competition. We will be right back with the scores right after these messages from our corporate sponsors, the Social Security Board.
Life moves faster than you can imagine. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among seniors would be 4 times as high. By registering now and making your contributions, you can ensure a better life and a secure future. The Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board, growing to provide for you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Junior Science Quiz competition. We are in the second of our semi-final encounter. One of these 2 schools will join the St. Joseph's Academy in the finals of the competition. Will it be the Antigua Grammar School or the Clare Hall Secondary School? We'll find out at the end of tonight's match. But let me give you the first round's scores. The first round, our individual buzzer round. In that round, we had the Clare Hall Secondary with a total of 5 points to the Antigua Grammar School's total of 20 points in that round. So the Antigua Grammar School pulling ahead there, being very quick on that buzzer, but it's still anybody's game at this point. It's still only 1 round in. We have 3 rounds to go. So let's see if the Clare Hall can catch up. The Clare Hall Secondary can catch up and even win tonight's competition. So next round is going to be the clicker round. This is our multiple choice round. And in this round, we're going to have a total of 4 questions with 4 options per question. The boys from the grammar school and the girls from the, and I realize it's a boys versus girls match tonight as well. So there we are. But the boys from the grammar school versus the girls from the Clare Hall will have an opportunity to click the correct answer from a total of 4 options. Each of the options will show on the screen. I also will read the question aloud. And I too will read. I encourage those people at home to participate, as I always do, in this round. Get out a pen and paper and see if you too can guess as many questions correctly. All right, let's begin. Remember, you have a total of 10 seconds to answer as many questions, to answer the correct question, and each question will earn you 5 points per person. All right? Now, which process starts the growth in flowering plants? Which process starts growth in flowering plants? Seeds, A, B, puberty, C, fertilization, or D, germination. You have 10 seconds. That is time. Anybody wants to try to short of the right answer? I'm hearing student audience. The answer seems like we have a lot of different answers there, but it is D, germination is the correct answer. D, germination. Now, this is a picture question, so please look at the screen. Which letter represents the lungs? A, B, C, or D? Please choose the right answer. 10 seconds, please, on the board. And that is time. What is the correct answer there? C is correct. C represents the lungs. Now, let us look at this question. 3. Which of the following is a true statement about the skin? A, it is a tissue. B, it is an organ. C, it is a muscle. Or D, it is a system. 10 seconds on the board. And that is time. What is the correct answer? B, it is an organ. Organ. The skin is an organ. Not many people know that, but it is an organ. A very important organ too. Let's move on to the last question, please. Number 4. Which of the, and this again is a picture question, look on the screen. Which of the statements about the burning candle below is correct? A, only physical changes are taking place. B, only chemical changes are taking place. C, both physical and chemical changes are taking place. Or D, neither physical nor chemical changes are taking place. 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the board, please. That is time. Anybody wants to guess the right answer there?
C.
C, both are physical. What's the physical process?
Reversible.
The candle getting shorter and shorter because it's melting. And what is the chemical process?
The wax.
The chemical process is what?
The wax burning. The wax burning.
Combustion. Well done. Combustion is the chemical process there. Well done. So that is the end of this round. We will be back with the scores right after the message from our corporate sponsor, Social Security Board.
Life moves faster than you can imagine. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among seniors would be 4 times as high. By registering now and making your contributions, you can ensure a better life and a secure future. The Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board, growing to provide for you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Junior Science Quiz. Well, we've come a very long way, and it comes down to this match. Well, one of these two schools is going to get into the finals of next week's competition against the St. Joseph's Academy, and we're going to find out who that is in about 2 more rounds. But we completed the second round of competition. We're just about at the halfway mark now. And I'm going to give you the scores from that round. In that round, I keep saying the St. Joseph's. Why do I have them in my mind? The Clare Secondary School earned 35 points in that round. Give them a round of applause. Sorry, 30 points in that round for a total of 35 points in total. My apologies. And the Antigua Grammar School got 45 points in that round for a total of 65 points so far. Please give them a round of applause. So, we are now going to go swiftly into the third round of competition. in this round, it is again an individual team round. So we're going to say goodbye at this point to the Antigua Grammar School, who will be escorted to a secluded area where they will not be able to hear the questions, and we'll give the Clare Hall Secondary their chance at the questions in this round. Each correct answer is worth 10 points, so there's still time to catch up in the competition. All right. Now, ladies from Clare Hall, remember that each individual in this round is going to be given a chance to answer questions. Each question is going to be read to you twice, and you have 10 seconds to start to answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, it earns your team 10 points. If it is answered incorrectly, it will go over to the team for 5 points. All right? And so I'll begin with the outside person come in. So we'll start with Esther this time. Here's your question. Explain what are isotopes. Explain what are isotopes. That is time. It goes over to the team for 5 points. And I'm afraid that is also time. Isotopes are atoms with the same atomic number or the number of protons, but they have different mass numbers. So a bit of chemistry there, or the number of neutrons, right? So remember that for your chemistry exams coming up sometime. I'm sure your chemistry finals are going to be sometime soon. Now, this question now goes to my friend Nashe, team captain. Team Captain Nashe, this is going to be a little bit of a math question, so please listen carefully. A 1 kilogram mass is traveling horizontally at a height of 1 meter, while moving with a speed of 4 meters per second. If the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second squared, what is the potential energy relative to the ground? Let me read that again for you. A 1 kilogram mass is traveling horizontally at a height of 1 meter, while moving with a speed of 4 meters per second. If the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second squared, what is the potential energy relative to the ground? 10 seconds.
Newtons per meter squared.
I'm afraid that's not correct. It goes over to the team for 5 points. Anybody want to try? And that is, I'm afraid, time. Now, sometimes in these questions, they like to throw in a bit of extra information there that's not really relevant to see if you know your stuff. So I believe you got caught by that Nashe with the speed of 4 meters per second. But remember the formula? The formula is what? Mass times acceleration times height. So speed is not involved anywhere in that. So it is 1 times 10 times 1, and that of course will give you 10. And the unit to measure potential energy is joules. So please remember that, joules, those of you who did not know that. I myself am refreshing my physics thing here. I didn't like physics in school, but here we are. 10 joules is the answer. Now we move on to the last person in this round, and that is my friend Hanika. Hanika, this is your question. Crude oil is a widely used source of energy. Explain why crude oil is considered to be a non renewable resource. Crude oil is a widely used source of energy. Explain why crude oil is considered to be a non-renewable resource. 10 seconds.
To the team.
She says she's going to pass it to the team for 5 points.
It is non-renewable because it cannot be renewed as quick as renewable sources.
She says it's a non-renewable resource because it cannot be renewed as quick as renewable resources. Is the judges going to be happy with that? We're going to take that for 5 points. The judges saying I absolutely agree. 5 points, that is acceptable for the judges and myself. So 5 points to Clare Hall Secondary for that answer. Now we bring the boys back into the room from the Antigua Grammar School, and they will have the opportunities to answer the questions here. Boys, welcome back. I see you have also switched up your order there. And so we're going to start with this time Mr. Jaden Baptiste. Let me read the instructions to you. Each individual gets a question. It will be read twice. You have 10 seconds to start to answer that question. If it is correct, earn your team 10 points. If it is wrong, the team can try for 5 points. If you're out of time, it goes to the team for 5 points. You have 10 seconds in which to start your answer. Jaden, this is your question. Explain what are isotopes. Explain what are isotopes.
Isotopes are atoms with different mass numbers and same atomic numbers.
I think that is correct for 10 points. Yes, indeed, correct for 10 points in Antigua Grammar School. Now we go to Odari. This time Odari is in the center. Odari, this is a math question. Listen very carefully. I'm going to read it slowly. A 1 kilogram mass, it's actually a physics question, a 1 kilogram mass is traveling horizontally at a height of 1 meter while moving with a speed of 4 meters per second. If acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second squared, what is its potential energy relative to the ground? Let me read it again. A 1 kilogram mass is traveling at a height of 1 meter while moving with a speed of 4 meters per second. If acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second squared, what is the potential energy relative to the ground?
10 joules of potential energy.
10 joules of potential energy is indeed correct for 10 points in the Antigua Grammar School. Indeed, it is mass times acceleration times height, 1 times 10 times 1, which gives you 10 joules. And now the final question to team captain, that is Mr. Alexander Simon. Here is your question. Crude oil is a widely used source of energy. Explain why crude oil is considered to be a non-renewable resource. Crude oil is a widely used source of energy. Explain why crude oil is considered to be a non-renewable resource.
Because crude oil is obtained from fossils. Fossil fuel.
Is that going to be acceptable? I don't. They're shaking their head. It goes to the team.
It's not renewable because you can't get it back again.
You can't get it back again. It's not renewable. I want to see, I'm aligning myself with my judges, looking over there. The judges are shaking their head. No, I'm afraid you need to be more precise than that, Team Grammar School. It says it is non-renewable because it is used up at a faster or more rapid rate than it can be produced. So it is used up quickly, but it cannot replenish itself fast enough, and so eventually we will run out of crude oil, it seems like. I don't know when, but at some point. So that brings us to the end of this round. We will find out the scores when we come back from the break. Please give us a round of applause.
Life moves faster than you can imagine. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among seniors would be 4 times as high. By registering now and making your contributions, you can ensure a better life and a secure future. The Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board, growing to provide for you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, everybody, to the final semi-final match. We will find out which of these two schools will go on to face the St. Joseph's Academy in the finals of the competition. One of these two schools are going to go on, and both schools tonight are giving it their best shot, trying to earn that final place. I have the scores from the last round, and I'll share them with you. In the last round, the Clare Secondary scored a total of 5 points, and when added to their previous total, they have a total of 40 points now in this competition. Please give them a round of applause. And the Antigua Grammar School earned a total of 20 points in that round, and when added to their total score, they have now 85 points in that round in total. So the Antigua Grammar School seems to be pulling ahead there, but there's still one more round to go, the speed round, and in that round you get a chance to earn a lot of points. So we'll see if the speed round is able to make a difference in tonight's match this evening. But of course, again, it's an individual team round, so we'll say goodbye to the boys from the grammar school once again, as we give the girls from the Clare Secondary their chance to earn as many points in the beat the clock round. Just a reminder that the boys will be escorted to a secluded area and they will not hear the questions. Now, I believe my team designated respondent is going to be team captain Nashe.
Yes, sir.
She's going to be leading her team into the final round. That's as a team captain should. Well done. Nashe, you have 60 seconds to beat the clock, to get as many questions right as you possibly can in 60 seconds. Each correct answer is going to earn your team 5 points. And I will only move on if I hear a response from you or the word pass. Remember, your team can always help you. It's a team effort, but your answer is the final answer the judges will accept. All right? And let's begin now. What is the pH of a neutral substance?
7.
How many years are there in a millennium?
Pass.
What stimulus is detected by the eyes?
Light.
What are the top chambers of the heart called?
Arteries.
How many watts make up 1 gigawatt?
A billion.
True or false, there are 5 classes of invertebrates.
False. True.
What is the first gas in the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
In light, the primary colors are green, red, and what?
Blue.
How many nostrils does a human being normally have?
2.
What is the common name for magnesium sulfate?
Epsom salt.
What part of the atoms are electrons found?
Pass.
What term is used to describe an arthropod that has 6 legs, 3 body segments, and a pair of antennae?
Insects.
What substance relies on a glowing splint?
Pass.
Which simple machine has load, effort, and pivot?
Pass.
True or false, a sound can be a source of a pollution?
True.
What is the main method of heat transfer in metals?
Pass.
And that is the end of the time for the Clare Hall Secondary. Good effort there by the team captain. We'll now invite the boys back from the Antigua Grammar School. You see, Grammar School has switched up its order again. They seem to be strategizing there. And so I believe now my designated answer is going to be Jaden Baptiste.
Yes.
Jaden Baptiste will be leading Grammar School in the final round of competition. Mr. Baptiste, you and your team have 60 seconds to beat the clock to answer as many questions as possible. Now, of course, it's a team effort, so your team can help you, but your answer, Jaden, will be the final answer the judges will accept. I invite you to speak as loudly and clearly as you can into the microphone. I will only move on if I hear an answer or the word pass. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's begin. What is the pH of a neutral substance?
7.
How many years are there in a millennium?
1000.
What stimulus is detected by the eyes?
Color.
What are the top chambers of the heart called?
Ventricles.
How many watts make up a gigawatt?
1 million.
True or false, there are 5 classes of invertebrates.
True.
What is the first gas in the periodic table?
Hydrogen.
In light, the primary colors are green, red, and what?
Blue.
How many nostrils does a human being normally
2.
have? What is the common name for magnesium sulfate?
Milk of magnesia.
In what part of the atoms are electrons found?
Nucleus.
What term is used to describe an anthropod that has 6 legs, 3 body segments, and a pair of antennae?
Spider.
What substance relies on relights a glowing splint?
Oxygen.
Which simple machine has load, effort, and pivot?
First class.
True or false, sound can be a source of pollution.
True.
What is the main method of heat transfer in metals?
Conduction.
And I think that is the end of the Antigua Grammar School's time. And we will find out the scores right after the messages from our sponsors. And we will find out, ladies and gentlemen, which team will be the final team. And right after these messages from our corporate sponsors.
Life moves faster than you can imagine. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among seniors would be 4 times as high. By registering now and making your contributions, you can ensure a better life and a secure future. The Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board, growing to provide for you.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to the 2026 Junior Science Quiz Competition. Well, it's now over. This is the end of the semi-final round, the last match of the round. And we're going to find out now which team will end up facing the St. Joseph's Academy in the finals. But before we do that, again, I want to ask you to give both of these teams a round of applause. It takes a lot of courage to be on the stage. It is not easy to be on the stage. And if you think it is easy, maybe you should try out for next year and audition to see if you can make it onto your school's science quiz team and sit where these young, hardworking people are now sitting. But, as always, it comes to the time when I have to have the most unfortunate responsibility of disappointing somebody and making somebody very happy. And so in the last round, I can say here that both teams scored a total of 45 points. There was a tie in the last round. But given that the Antigua Grammar School went into the last round with a sizable lead, their total score is 130 points to Clare Hall's 85 points. So the Antigua Grammar School has won tonight's competition and will advance to the finals. It will be an all-male finals next week, ladies and gentlemen. The boys from the Antigua Grammar School will face the boys from the St. Joseph's Academy. To my friends from the Clare Hall Secondary, please feel very proud of your performance. I'm sure your teacher is very proud, your coach is proud of you. You tried your best, you gave it your best effort. It takes a lot to be here, and you've gotten all the way to the semifinals, and I'm sure you will work even harder to come back stronger next year. To the boys from the grammar school, I think it's fair to say you'll be facing your arch rivals, the academy. Anybody knows not our arch rivals, maybe that's too harsh to say, but anybody knows the Antigua Grammar School's history, the academy, they've always had a very good rivalry between those two schools. So it will be an interesting finals. The boys from the academy, the boys from the grammar school. Will it be Sempervirens or Nitimias? We will find out next week and in the finals. Congratulations and all the best to you in the finals of the competition. So I want to bring this evening to a close. And to do that, we will invite the schools to give their closing remarks. We'll start with the boys from the Antigua Grammar School team. Captain Alexander, please give your final remarks.
Thank you, God, for bringing us here today. Thank you, the Social Security Board, for giving us a platform to show our brilliance. Thank you for our team, Mr. Elton Isaacs. Thank you to the team of the Antigua Grammar School, especially Taj Spencer, Joshua Carr, Soleil Williams, and Omari Barnes. And I just want to say, not because our opponent's loss means anything. What's more important is that we came here today and that we made it this far.
Well done, well said to Alexander. And now we will ask Nashay Carter to please give the closing remarks on behalf of her team.
I want to start off by thanking God for bringing each and every one of us here. I want to say congratulations to the Antigua Grammar School. I wish you all the best in the finals. I want to say thank you for the science department in the preparation for this event. And thank you for my team for helping us gain little points.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has brought us to the end of this match. But before we go, I have one announcement to make. And that announcement is every year in the Junior Science Quiz, we like to award not just the first and second place students. The first and second place students will, of course, be the winners of, well, the winner and the runner-up from the finals of the competition. But we also like to reward a third place student or group of students or school with a bronze medal, if you will. And how we have decided to do it is to award the losing teams, or should I say the team that were not successful to advance to the finals, with the highest losing score as the third place winners. So having now had the finals, had the semi-final match between the Antigua Grammar School and the Clare Secondary, I can announce that our third place winner, or third place school, will be, with a score of 95 points, the Seventh-day Adventist Secondary. So they have scored third place in the Junior Science Quiz competition. And next week, we'll find out the first and second place winners between the Antigua Grammar School and the St. Joseph's Academy. I don't know about you, but I feel that is going to be a match to watch. I feel it's going to be a good finals. Both those teams have worked really hard and been exceptional thus far in the competition, and so you have to join us next week to watch them in action in the finals of Junior Science Quiz. Thank you to my hardworking judges. Thank you again. Camera team and team from the Ministry of Education, thank you. And to my studio audience, thank you for being so lively and so supportive. Thank you, and I'll see you next week for the final time in the finals.
Life moves faster than you can imagine. Without Social Security, the poverty rate among seniors would be 4 times as high. By registering now and making your contributions, you can ensure a better life and a secure future. The Antigua and Barbuda Social Security Board, growing to provide for you.